What's up, all you sparks out there in the Matrix? This is Chris. How's everybody doing? It's the 4th of July, and I felt compelled actually to make this video. So I'm hoping that you'll stick around and listen because I could be at the lake, I could be at the beach, I could be doing a lot of different things, but I felt compelled with the very little time that I have these days to actually make this video. And it might sound like a no brainer, but it really isn't. Okay? I want to talk today about the sun, the actual sun, and how important it is. Okay? Now, we all know that the sun, helps things grow, without it, blah, blah, blah. But us as human beings, it's so much more important than we realize and what we're led to believe. And that's kind of what this video, I want to drive home with this as well. Okay? We're made of light, right? We say we're literally made of light on a cellular level. Everything is vibrating, and we absorb energy. You can slice that 5 different ways from Tuesday. So the truth is that we absorb energy from sunlight. Okay, it's not an accident that places that don't get a lot of sunlight, like Seattle and certain parts of the world where there's a lot less sunlight, there's a lot more depression, a higher suicide rate. Across the board, we know this, but we've kind of been led to believe that the sun isn't as important as it really is. So, most people, I think, today realize that it's not a conspiracy theory to understand that the powers that be don't really have our best intentions. So, RFK is one of the most prime examples how he's pretty much holding the health system accountable. Let's face it, there's no money to be made in us being healthy and being at our optimal um, health. So you kind of have to rethink everything. But sticking to what I'm talking about as far as the sun goes, certain things, again, I'm not a doctor. This is for entertainment purposes only. You got to say these kind of things. But the more you look into it yourself, the more you can see these things. A lot of things that we've been told in the past, it's coming to light, are not only not true, but it's kind of like the reasoning behind it is suspect. So the truth is that the more sunlight we imbibe, the healthier that we are. So there's certain things, like I said, that have been coming out that a lot of people are changing. And one of the things that I'm going to suggest to everybody is, first of all, get as much sunlight as you can. Okay? Literally, our skin is an organ, and we take energy in through our skin. So the first thing is suntan lotion. Lose it. Stop using it. Not only is it coming out that suntan lotions have shit in it that is absolutely horrible for us, which is a whole separate topic that, again, to most people is not a surprise anymore, but that it's blocking the very nutrients and energy that our bodies want to be intaking. So that's another reason. Stop using suntan lotion at all. Obviously, depending on the temperament of your skin, you want to not burn, but you also don't want to put a barrier between the sun and what it can do for us, um, as a block. Okay? So stop using suntan lotion and also stop using sunglasses. I've seen podcasts and studies with these guys from government agencies literally talking about the fact that that's why they come out with sunglasses, to block us from absorbing the sun. Okay? Our eyes are extremely important intake valves of, obviously, of light, And the sun, especially, gives us nutrients directly through our eyes. So this UV protection that's supposedly, to help us, that's bullshit in my opinion. Just my opinion. You guys again test this stuff for yourself. Measure your own health and how you feel, actually, how uplifting it is when I'm going to suggest doing two different things. Okay. First is to lose the sunglasses. Now, obviously, if you're driving, and the sun is blinding you and you can't see, then you use your visor and then maybe you put your sunglasses on. But as a habit, and I've been trying to do this too, is to not wear your sunglasses when you're outside anymore. Um, and I've been getting used to it, to be honest with you. Um, because again, you don't want to be blocking the very energy and nutrients and upliftment of light that the sun is trying to provide us. Okay, so you've heard of sun gazing. A lot of people, it's sun gazing and everything. No, it's actually very therapeutic and beneficial for the reasons that I'm talking about. Now, when you sun gaze, dawn and dusk is the time that you can more safely be directly staring at the sun with your eyes open. But and I suggest doing that as much as you can. Even if it's 10 or 15 minutes, even if it's for 5 minutes, whenever you get a chance to actually let the sun hit you, especially your face, especially your eyes, do it. Um, if it's the middle of the afternoon or if the sun is very bright, again, leave your sunglasses off and with your eyes closed, stare at the sun and just let it hit you in the face. Now, I think everybody kind of knows that once you do that and once you're outside and you feel the sunlight on you, it makes you feel better. And if you do this enough over time, it's going to have benefits again that I think most people don't realize, and I'm trying to drive home. Um, Especially now, I mean, in any time, it's obviously important, but to a lot of people, I think they're under my personal belief. Again, even if it's just for health reasons, you can kind of tune out, but we are in an ascension process. Literally, the Schumann resonance is raising its vibration, and the Earth's vibration is kicking us up, and the solar flares that are hitting us right now is supposedly also giving us light codes to activate our DNA and to help us in the ascension process. Okay. Now, whether you choose to believe that part of it or not, again, there's really no way to test that. But I personally believe that things like chemtrails, okay, used to only be for conspiracy theories and theorists. It's like, well, not only has that been proven true, but states like Tennessee have outlawed chemtrails. So you don't outlaw something that's not true. So let's start there. That not only are they true, but a lot of people have been saying that part of the chemtrails that they've been spraying, these nanoparticles and these aluminums, is to block the sunlight from hitting us. And if most people have noticed too over these past like 6 months, especially, it's been raining everywhere. It's been cloudy. You have this beautiful day, right? You have a beautiful sunshiny day, right? It's like, well, then all of a sudden you see these planes going by and you see these trails. And what happens about a half hour later, all of a sudden it's cloudy out and not enough sun is getting through. Again, no way to prove it, but a lot of people with a lot more intelligence than me in behind the scenes with a lot of this intel have been saying, well, that's part of the reason. It's not just to drop the shit on the ground, which it does, but it's to literally block the sun out. I mean, that's pretty much it. Okay, short and sweet. Send this video to other people. Lose your sunglasses or wear them as little as possible. You'll get used to it. Get in the sun as much as you can with no lotion on. 15 minutes, 10 minutes. The longer, the better, especially when it hits your chest, your heart center, your eyes, your face, the intake valves, sun gaze. Don't wear suntan lotion either. Again, toxic, what they put in it, which pisses me to fuck off finding this stuff out. I'm telling you. Okay, so do your own research with some of this stuff. Um, and let the sun actually get through to you, and make note of it. Make note of it. Again, it's not rocket science to kind of put that sunshine, helps things live, and when things don't get sunlight, they die. Well, there's different levels of health that are involved too, and again, we are prime examples because we are literally made of light. It would only make sense that the more light that we get, the better and more health benefits will follow. And I think these motherfuckers know this. So anyway, that's all I gotta say. Happy Fourth of July. A lot of crazy stuff's going on out there, so be careful, be safe. Again, a lot of people are going to be seeing this after the Fourth of July, so I hope you had a nice Fourth of July, and keep a diary about getting in the sun. And especially now, there's a lot to be negative about, and it's more important than ever to keep your vibration up. And I know that when I don't get a lot of sun, and I get a weekend happens, and I get a day off, and I go to the lake or I go to the beach for a little while, it's like you feel like $1,000,000. It's like, well, none of that's an accident. So get more sunshine, get your feet on the ground. Grounding is very important. Bare feet on the soil, on the grass, on the sand. 15 minutes is all it takes. Do that as much as you can. That's a lot harder to do sometimes, but sunshine is everywhere. So wherever you see it, look at it as food for your soul, because it is. And these motherfuckers know this. And so drop something in the comments. Let me know how it's working out for you. The sun is our friend. And we'll be talking to you for the next one. Take care, guys.